Hey guys, it's Mercury back again for more Pokémon Scarlet and Violet ranked battles, and today we're going to be using a team with Kingambit. Now, I really like this Pokemon. It's super strong in the current meta and in Regulation C, and this specific set just does so much damage. If you're new to the channel, then welcome. The way that we usually do things is I'll do like a team breakdown where I talk about moves and items and stuff like that, and then we're going to jump into a couple of battles. But if you want to skip straight into the battles, just check out this timestamp right here. If you like my content, then please consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel. It really means a lot, and it helps my channel grow as well. With that being said, let's get into the team. So these 6 are all pretty popular Pokemon right now, but I'm going to talk about Kingambit first. Now, there's a lot of debate over whether Lumberry or Black Glasses is the better item to run on Kingambit, and while I think they're both pretty good, I personally prefer Black Glasses because I know that with Black Glasses plus the boost from Tera Dark, you can actually one-shot a lot of defensive Pokemon like Amoonguss once you get the +2 attack boost from your Swords Dance. I'm pretty sure that Sucker Punch even one-shots Chi-Yu sets that aren't running Focus Sash, which is just insane for a resisted hit. This Pokemon is not to be underestimated in the slightest, and it can just tear through the opponent's team if you position it right. There's no Iron Head on this set because you don't really need it with how much damage you're doing anyways, and it's nice to have Stab, but you don't really need Iron Head. Then we've got a standard Amoonguss set with Clear Smog just to help with the Dondozo matchup, and the Arcanine on this team has Howl instead of Protect to potentially give your Kingambit even more attack. Flying Tera is also nice to avoid ground-type attacks, because your Kingambit is also weak to them if you don't Tera. But then you've also got Chien-Pao, which is super nice when you combine it with any of your physical attackers, which is like pretty much your entire team except for Amoonguss, because of its ability Sword of Ruin, and you even have more priority with Sucker Punch. Ice Spinner is great because if you face like Indeedee, for example, that sets up Psychic terrain, you can use Ice Spinner to get rid of that and then allow your Pokemon to get off their priority attacks. Because this team has a lot of priority between the Extreme Speed on Arcanine and Dragonite, and then Sucker Punch on Kingambit and on Chien-Pao as well. Dragonite with Flying Tera is really strong, and it does great damage as well. And Lumberry is the item that I gave to Dragonite instead of on Kingambit, and it's super nice because it actually helps you, get rid of one Will-O-Wisp or one Spore or a Thunder Wave, or if you manage to get your Outrages off, it snaps you out of Confusion. Then you finally have Iron Bundle, which is the main form of speed control with this team, and while Icy Wind is really good, I kind of wish that I had Encore on this set because of how good Encore is, but you kind of have to make a choice there. And Iron Bundle is a really strong special attacker, and it's a good answer to bulky Pokemon like Gyarados and Amoonguss, provided that they don't go for something like Steel Tera. The EV spread actually allows it to survive certain hits from the likes of Fluttermane and Chien-Pao as well, while still dealing good damage and being really fast. And for our question of the day, what Eviolite user do you think might be viable right now? I'd actually love to see a cool set using something like Scyther or Girafarig, or however you say it, because they actually have some decent bulk, but I still feel like they're generally outclassed by their evolutions. That's all that I've got for now though, and let's get into the action.
I'm pretty sure I've seen this team before. This should be the Terra Water Wo-Chien, but either way he's got Wo-Chien, Tyranitar, Glimmora, Bundle, Gyarados, and Fluttermane. Okay. And I feel like our team is definitely decent into his. We could have Amoonguss plus the Kingambit right off the bat. If he goes Fluttermane though. But I mean, we could Rage Powder. Yeah, so I'm thinking no Dragonite in this one, because I don't see what it does into his team. And we kind of do want Bundle in the back. Do we want Chien-Pao though? And we don't have anything to prevent Sandstorm from going up. But he might not bring Tyranitar, so I'm actually okay with these 4. Leading Amoonguss is something I like to do pretty often because you're able to take advantage of Regenerator. I don't think he has anything to just straight up one-shot the Amoonguss. It's so bulky. And that way we're able to swap out, get the boost, actually make use of your ability. And then potentially we might be able to Rage Powder away an attack from the Fluttermane, but it's just going to be Glimmora plus the Kingambit. Or, sorry, not Kingambit, Tyranitar. I was looking at my own Kingambit. Okay, so I think we Rage Powder here. I think that's the play. But then again, Tyranitar is not really I mean, it's pressuring my Pokemon for sure. You know what? We're actually just going to go for Spore onto Tyranitar, hope that he's not Safety Goggles, and then maybe go for Protect. Because I was thinking to set up a Swords Dance, but at the same time, like... It's risky, because he could go for Earth Power or something, and then this way, hopefully, we're able to bait out a Tera. Although, if he's Tera Grass on Tyranitar, then he got me. So he swaps Glamora, okay. Maybe our Protect was not the most helpful here. And he's Booster on the Flutter. Fair enough. If that's the case, we actually could have just gone for Swords Dance. But we're just going to Protect, and he doesn't use his Tera. Okay. So this is just what? Rock Slide? Yep, fair enough. Hopefully we don't get flinched on the Amoonguss, because then that means he will have just gotten his Flutter Mane in for free, but it's a real possibility, and that actually looks like Choice Band damage. But we put him to sleep, so I'm cool with it. If he's Dazzling Gleam, I don't like that. But I think we Rage Powder here. I just don't want to swap quite yet. Or we could try and put the Flutter Mane to sleep because we know he's going to be Sash. But I think a Rage Powder makes sense, and then we go for a... Probably a Swords Dance, because he might even just Terra Fairy. Actually, if he Terra Fairies, that's really bad. No, we don't actually faint to any of his attacks, I think. So we're just going to Spore, plus go for Swords Dance. We could have done that on the previous turn, though, because, like, Rock Slide wouldn't have done anything in the Kingambit. And he just swaps Tyranitar, okay. Into Gyarados. Oh, but this actually gives us the Defiant boost. So, okay, I like this. I definitely like this. So yeah, we're going to be at +1 attack now, and then Dazzling Gleam. Good thing we didn't Rage Powder, because that's what I was thinking we wanted to avoid there. And then we're just going to Swords Dance and put the Flutter Mane to sleep. Sweet. Now we can definitely think about swapping the Amoonguss. Maybe in the bundle, actually. And, like, do we even need to go for, like, Terra Dark here? I think we don't. We can also Rage Powder, but our Amoonguss has taken, like, significant damage, so I think we swap into bundle here. Or we could Pollen Puff, because I don't think he'll be attacking the Amoonguss this turn. Yeah, let's do that, and then go for a Kowtow Cleave into the Flutter Mane. Yeah, let's do that. Gyarados not the biggest threat right now, given that I can Pollen Puff my own Kingambit. Let's see what he went for. A Kowtow Cleave will be like more than enough to KO that slot. And Flutter Mane stays asleep, good. No Terras from the opponent. He's just going to go for a Taunt. That's fine, we went for Pollen Puff, right? So excellent play there. Kowtow Cleave going to KO the Flutter Mane. So that's a huge threat already eliminated. And then Pollen Puff is going to heal up our Kingambit back to perfect health. So we're playing this one great so far. Now we can just swap the Amoonguss. So Gyarados gets hit by the Sandstorm. And then he's got, what, Glamora in the back? Which I'm guessing will probably come in and try and go for an Earth Power. But if that's the case, we're just going to straight up swap the Amoonguss and go for like a Kowtow Cleave. Yeah, I think he goes for Earth Power this turn. So swap the Amoonguss into the bundle. And then I think we go for Terra Dark. Terra Dark Kowtow Cleave into Glamora. I'm hoping he doesn't Spiky Shield though. So we're going to get that nice Regenerator boost. We get rid of the Taunt, which we didn't even want to go for. That's also why I was thinking the Pollen Puff, because Gyarados runs Taunt like so often. Now Bundle's going to come in, pressure the Glamora if he doesn't attack into that slot. I'm thinking you just went for Earth Power here, like that's the play that I would make. But we're not quite in the clear, because he also has access to Tera, but he didn't use it this turn. So let's see. Maybe he just went for Thunder Wave onto Kingambit. Tera Dark +3 Kowtow Cleave will, like, KO everything. And he just straight up went for Waterfall to go for a flinch. Oh, he gets a crit, though. That's not nice. And Earth Power, this will do good damage, but not enough. And yeah, Gilmore's going down. Wow. This Pokemon is so strong. I love it. And now, I think we just bring Amoonguss back in. Or, I mean, we could just, like, freeze-dry the Gyarados. Yeah, let's just freeze-dry the Gyarados, just to try and get rid of it. And then... It's funny that Kingambit actually takes Sandstorm Chip now, because he's not Steel-type anymore. But I think a Kowtow Cleave makes sense here. Oh, is Gyarados gonna Steel Tera, though? I guess I should have considered that. Or it could be Tyranitar to try and conserve it, but no, it's just going to be the Gyarados, Steel Tera. Okay. Good play, though. Good play. Play makes sense for sure. I think we're still in a good spot to at least, like, win. But we get the freeze. Okay, yeah, that one definitely secures us the win. It would have been way closer if we didn't get the freeze, but he's frozen solid this turn. Yeah. Tyranitar stays asleep. And I think actually Sandstorm will go away next turn, so we're going to be able to get the Hydro Pump ideally into the Tyranitar. If this doesn't KO, but it did. Okay. Or it didn't KO, but it got him down to 1 HP. So... I'm pretty sure he's Choice Band anyway. Super unfortunate freeze, though. I kind of feel bad for the opponent, but at the same time, like, it's part of the game. I mean, if you guys saw my other match with that previous team that we were using, the Slitherwing team, like, our Murkrow just got completely paralyzed. He got paralyzed by a Thunderbolt, which is a tiny, tiny chance, and then he got fully paralyzed the turn after, so... He has Citrus Berry, he's going to heal back up, but his only win con here is if he unfreezes this turn, which he did, goes for a Waterfall, I guess, to take out Kingambit, who's a huge threat. Oh! We don't get taken out. Okay, so I guess we just win. Wow, super nice match. Freeze definitely unfortunate, but I think even if that had not happened, we would have been in an okay spot, because we still had all our Pokemon in the back. Like, we would have been able to put the Gyarados to sleep with Spore, soaked up the Toxic Spikes, our Chien-Pao can just attack either of his Pokemon. Tyranitar doesn't have the best physical defense, despite being a rock type. I mean, it's good, but you usually don't invest into it too much, because he's more of a specialty defensive wall. But, yeah, super nice first match with this team. I'm really happy with how we played that. And it just goes to show that you don't really need Iron Head in today's meta on Kingambit anymore, because, like, yeah, it's good for coverage, it's also, like, same type attack bonus, but you can just do so much damage, as shown there, I mean, with his Dark-type attacks, so, yeah, really, really nice game. Joker is actually running the Rain team, it looks like. Interesting. So, Pelipper, but then the rest of his Pokemon don't really take advantage of Rain, unless he's like Terra Blast, Terra Water, or something. Although I think he will bring Pelipper, because we do have Arcanine. This is a Flying Terra Arcanine, so we have to kind of conserve that, depending on what he brings. If he does bring Great Tusk, Chien-Pao could be good into my team as well. Our teams are kind of similar, but they're not really. So who's good here? I'm debating not bringing Amoonguss into this one, because his entire team hits it pretty hard, except for Fluttermane. Which he might bring, though. I think if that's the team, let's actually lead these two, and then we'll bring Dragonite in the back. And probably Arcanine. Yeah, because this way we actually do have enough to take out his own Dragonite, if he brings it. We have an Ice-type move on the Chien-Pao. Hopefully we don't lose it on turn 1. Yeah, let's see. Not entirely confident that he's gonna bring Dragonite, but he might. So, Joker, what you got for me? Great Tusk Scizor. Okay, okay. Fair enough, my guy, fair enough. Not a great start for us. Although I think we protect Chien-Pao here, and then probably swap the Great Tusk into Dragonite. And then we'll see if he maybe went for an Earthquake or a close combat. I personally would go for Earthquake if I was him. So let's go for Protect here into the Dragonite swap. I'm thinking he Bullet Punches and Earthquakes. That's like what I would do. It could be a Swords Dance Scizor though, so that would definitely be very scary. But Focus Sash will help us out a lot here. No Tera from the opponent. And our Chien-Pao is going to be safe this turn, and hopefully... Oh, we went for Rock Slide, but something... Oh no, it didn't miss. We protected. Wow, great read on the opponent's part, though. Interesting. Is he Choice Scarf? I think we're actually going to have to Ghost Tera. And just go for Ice Spinner, because we don't want to get KO'd by, like, Bullet Punch Rock Slide. And I mean, is protecting the Dragonite the right play here? I think it is. We just took so much damage on turn 1. Okay, but he swaps the Scizor. And then Pelipper comes in. I'm not really sure what the role of Pelipper is on this team. But I mean, like, I guess you could use it to weaken fire-type attacks, but at the same time, like, you could just Tera the Scizor to get around that if you're really scared of it. So yeah, we're going to Ghost Tera. If he is Choice Scarf, we'll find out right here. Because Chien-Pao is naturally faster than the Great Tusk. And it looks like he... Well, after the Protect, we'll find out. Moment of Truth, is he Choice Scarfed? He is. Okay, no flinch. Please no flinch. Please don't flinch, please don't flinch. Okay, we didn't flinch, nice. So, yeah, Ice Spinner did a lot. And what would be stronger, Ice Spinner or the Throat Chop? Do we even want to conserve the Pelipper, or not the Pelipper, the Chien-Pao? I'm thinking we just go for a Throat Chop onto Pelipper, and then an E-Speed onto the Great Tusk, given that he is Choice Scarfed, but he did swap. If this is Flutter Mane, then that's a really good play. No, it's just Scizor. Still a really good play, though. Okay. He might be trying to take out my Dragonite here. But Throat Chop gonna do decent damage into Pelipper. And then he just goes for Hurt People. Okay, good play. So Dragonite gonna go down this turn. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. I don't know, the Scizor's a problem now, though. Does he have anything on his team to resist fire? You know what, though? We're actually gonna go for, I think Ice Spinner here. Yeah, I think we go for Ice Spinner into Pelipper, and then we go for Howl. We could also Protect, though. Yeah, maybe we should... no, we shouldn't Protect. Could Protect Arcanine. Oh, actually, no, we don't have Protect on this set. Oops, forgot. In that case, we have to double the Pelipper and just hope that he doesn't Protect the Pelipper. But this is why we're going to Ice Spinner. And is this Tera on Scizor? Tera Fire, maybe? Oh no, it's gonna be Tera Water, Tera Blast. Oh, I think he got us. I've actually used this kind of set before, though, in a different video. We could have Will-O-Wisped him, though. So we're gonna take out Pelipper, but we're also gonna lose one of our Pokemon here, because he's gonna go for Tera Blast, probably into Arcanine. And yeah, Tera Blast comes out. Good play by the opponent, though. Good play. So yeah, that's gonna go into Arcanine. Oh, poor Arcanine. Okay. We didn't play this one too well, because now we have a weakened Chien-Pao, which is going to be slower. Plus he has close combat. With both of his Pokemon. Yeah, I think we just lose this one. We're gonna have to Throat Chop. Do we go for Protect here, though? He's probably just gonna use a Dark move into my Chien-Pao. Yeah, I don't think there's a way out of this one, though. I just don't want to give up, because, like, anything could happen, you know? Yeah. Sacred Sword comes out. Okay. Yeah, it is what it is, though. We definitely played that one way worse. Maybe we shouldn't have brought Kingambit, actually. I was excited to use him, given, like, the work that he did in that previous match. But... wow, so we've got a Farigiraf, which you don't see very often. Probably for the Trick Room plays, if he needs it. But then we also probably have Tailwind on Talonflame, so I'm not sure. I did use a team like this previously. But he's also got Chien-Pao, Garchomp, another Iron Hands, and then Fluttermane again. Okay, so who do we want? I was gonna say Kingambit, but no, he's got so many things to hit. We're not bringing Kingambit into this one. Pretty much everything on his team can hit it super effectively. Even if we Tera Dark, doesn't change much. Okay, so if that's the case, I mean D-Knight would be good. Yeah, let's lead Dragonite plus the Arcanine, and then who do we go on the back? I don't know. I feel like a Moongus failed me before, so maybe we don't bring a Moongus. Probably just bundle Chien-Pao. This looks okay. Yeah, let's try this out. Let's try this out. This is a scary team, though. It's unlike anything I've seen so far. Potentially has Trick Room on Farigiraf. I don't really know what it does outside of use Trick Room. It could, like, I know it gets access to, like, Nasty Plot and, like, Cudshoot as well. But Armor Tail is, like, the main thing that makes it a good Pokemon. If it didn't have that ability, I feel like it would be pretty bad. Okay, so if that's the case, probably a Fake Out coming from the Iron Hands. So we're going to want a Will-O-Wisp. And do we maybe just protect the Dragonite? Yeah, I think he's going to go for Fake Out in the Dragonite to actually break my Multiscale. Or he could Fake Out my my Arcanine. Fake Out's just so common. Ah, but he faked out Arcanine. Okay, good play. And then Will-O-Wisp. Makes sense, makes sense. But we're gonna still Will-O-Wisp here, and then I feel like we want to Outrage. Hopefully he wouldn't swap the Talonflame and then we Outrage that slot. Yeah, let's just Outrage. I'm not too worried about getting burned because I have Lumberry. But I definitely want the burn onto his own Iron Hands. Let's see if he Teras. Not really sure who I want to commit my Tera to in this match, though, because of what he might have in the back. I don't think it'll be the most useful on Arcanine. I'm hoping he misses a Will-O-Wisp, though. That would be ideal. Because then he'd probably go for it again. And he did just taunt. Good play. I guess it makes sense. And that Outrage actually targets the hands. Oh, it was a crit. Wow, that did so much damage. I was like, there's no way it does this much damage just naturally, right? Now I think we can actually Flare Blitz here. And then hopefully the Outrage would just hit the Talonflame and we're able to get a double KO. I don't think Talonflame would live in Outrage. I'm totally fine with just double attacking this turn, though. And Arcanine's going to be faster, I'm pretty sure, than the Dragonite. Yeah, it was faster last turn, because we got taunted, we couldn't Wisp, and then the Outrage came out. That crit was definitely, like, really, really good, though. 10% chance. But it happens more often than you might think. Also, that's why I feel like stall teams aren't great, because the longer a match goes on, the more potential you have to actually land a critical hit against them. So Will-O-Wisp comes out into Arcanine, but Lumberry is going to heal us. And then, I'm hoping we are able to take out Iron Hands here, and then next turn we'll see about maybe having to Extreme Speed Talonflame, although I think it will go down. The only thing is we will get confused here. Unless, like, we get the 3-turn Outrage, which is definitely possible. Wow, Talonflame actually did survive, okay. And it looks like we are going to get the 3-turn Outrage, so I think the play from him would actually be to bring out the Flutter Mane here. Because we're not able to swap Dragonite. Did he bring Flutter Mane, though? I would. We might just lose Dragonite. Okay. So yeah, I guess there's two ways you can deal with Iron Hands. Either just, like, straight up doing enough damage, which is really difficult, or being able to, oh, this is smart, because now I can't Armor Tail. Or being able to burn it and then, like, chip it down. He might even Dazzling Gleam, though, and we can't swap the Dragonite. Yeah, the Farigiraf was a good play there. We have one more turn to taunt, right? Yeah, one more turn. So we can't Howl, we know that. We're gonna have to Flare Blitz here. And hopefully... yeah, I didn't miss Will-O-Wisp. Okay. Dragonite will be burned. Good thing is, we can offset that with a Howl. But now, a Trick Room would suck. It would absolutely suck. But at least Talonflame's been taken out, so... we're gonna see his last Pokemon. If this is Trick Room here, then we know it's probably gonna be a slow Pokemon, but the rest of his Pokemon, like, were pretty fast. So at least Outrage will do, like, okay damage. Yeah, it did about, like, a third to Arcanine, or to Farigiraf, despite being burned. And then, yeah, Hyper Voice makes sense. Worst part is we cannot go for E-Speed because of him having Armor Tail as an ability. I guarantee he has Armor Tail. So now this turn we could taunt, but I think the rest of his team is going to be fast. Yeah, it's Garchomp. I think we actually want to Will-O-Wisp the Garchomp here, and then yeah, I think we commit our Tera onto the, He could Tera Fire Garchomp, though. We should be in an okay position if he does that, though. We just know we can't E-Speed, so we're gonna have to Will-O-Wisp here. And then I guess our best option is just Outrage. Yeah, I think he will commit his Tera here. We're gonna go Flying type though because we want to avoid an Earthquake. Garchomp is faster than Arcanine. 100%. Unless it's some crazy strategy I've never seen. But it should outspeed our Arcanine, and then he's probably gonna go for... Protect. Okay, good play. Good play. So now, hopefully we don't hit ourselves. Yeah, that was a great play by the opponent though. I just didn't really have a switch. And Farigiraf is a bigger problem than I thought. Nice, we get an Outrage into the Farigiraf, so more damage. And he just gets a double KO. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Thinking though, we probably should double protect this turn because he might protect with his Farigiraf and then probably go for a Tera on Garchomp. Tera Fire would put us in a bad spot, but it's not like the end of the world really. We do have Focus Sash, so I think we will be able to at least get some stuff done. Although, actually, hang on. Let me think about it. I think we go for Freeze Dry, because Bundle should live even like a +1 Hyper Voice. He's probably just saving Tera Fire for Garchomp, though. I just don't want to miss a Hydro Pump, you know? That would be really bad. You know what, though? I think we just protect the bundle, and then we go for... a Throat Chop on Farigiraf. Let's see. He could Tera Fairy it to get around that, which would be a really good play, but then his Garchomp will go down the turn after. So yeah, this is going to be Tera Fire, right? Tera Steel, okay, good thing we didn't go for like Hydro Pump or anything crazy. But yeah, bundle protecting here is crucial. We could have double protected. Okay, good play, good play. Earthquake, that's interesting. Okay, I think we have to protect Chien-Pao here. Ah, this is just tricky though. What if Freeze Dry doesn't KO? He probably protects Garchomp. He probably protects it. Unless he just straight up goes for Earthquake, in which case the game will end sooner. But Farigiraf, if it lives a Freeze Dry, he just wins. Because we would have wasted a turn, we'll take damage on the bundle, and then next turn we definitely wouldn't be able to get a double KO. So Chien-Pao gonna protect. Hopefully Garchomp protects, like that would be ideal. He did, perfect. So now Freeze Dry KOs, then we can double attack into Garchomp. Please KO. Nice, okay, it was enough, it was enough. Oh, now it all comes down to if a Hydro Pump hits or misses. Okay, let's go for Hydro Pump. And then our best option is Throat Chop. Because he's just going to Earthquake, right? Yeah, so Hydro Pump. Protecting Bundle wouldn't get us anywhere. Yeah, let's just go for Hydro Pump and Throat Chop. We do hit. And this does about half. Yep, just under half. And then Throat Chop. Nice! Picks up the KO on Garchomp. Ooh, that one was close. We kind of had to make some reads around the protects there, but I was predicting a Tera Fire. Although, I don't know. Because you still have Hydro Pump. Hydro Pump would one-shot a Tera Fire Garchomp. But yeah, we're going to pick that one up. That was definitely way closer than I wanted it to be, because we kind of started off strong, but then he came back in the middle. But yeah, it was great. We were able to pick up a win there. So super, super nice showing from this team. I kind of wish I could have brought Kingambit more, but with all the fighting type moves running around right now, like Iron Hands and like even the close combat from the Scizor in the previous game, it's super, super risky. So yeah, you kind of have to know when to bring certain Pokemon, when to not bring them. And Kingambit wouldn't have done like anything for us in that match because the Iron Hands was there. So yeah, gonna be the end of that.